Joining us this morning is R&B artist Josh Waters. Good morning, sir.
How you doing, man? Good morning.
Doing well. Good to see you, my friend. You are getting ready to drop some new music tomorrow. So first off, before we talk about the new music, first off, tell us, how in the world did you get into the whole music industry?
Honestly, man, music was something that kind of chose me. I always tell people, I make jokes about how I wanted to be a veterinarian. But as I got older and started realizing, like, hey, I can kind of do this. There's a voice. People are drawn to it. I went with it. And then, of course, I felt like purpose was attached to it over time. I started to find my purpose in it, man, and I went with it. So my older brother was a musician. My mom was a vocalist. So I was just always around it. And so over time, I gravitated, like I said, and one thing just kind of led to another, brother.
You know, when you see so many people out there who are wanting to pursue their dreams and become a singer or a doctor or whatever, you know, what would you say to folks out there if they're on the fence about taking that leap of faith? Because, I mean, looking at you, you've taken that leap and you're doing well.
I honestly I would just tell them to go, man. If you can't push yourself, call your best friend and have them stand behind you and push you off the edge. I feel like faith is believing in what you can't see. So if it's something that you feel like you want, it's literally only one way to find out. And even if it doesn't work, it's like you can always go back and start wherever, you know, go back to school or do whatever it is that you was doing, man. I feel like you only get one life in this shell. So go for it.
That is so true, my friend. New single coming out tomorrow. Give us the title and what can we expect from this new music?
Okay, so Friday's single release is entitled Cyclone, man. It's one of my, I'm low-key nervous about it, man. It's one of the best songs that I've written. It's a good nervousness. It's one of those, like, this is so good. What happens from here? It's definitely a different bag for me as an artist. It's more of a singer-songwriter bag. I make traditional R&B, so it's like neo-soul rooted. For the most part, this is different, man, a much bigger sound. So you can expect that, a bigger sound from Josh Waters on Friday.
So exciting for you. Also, you know, briefly discuss a little bit about 52. Tell us about that.
Man, so 52. Last year in 2020, I literally released 52 records. It's typically 52 weeks in a year. Last year was a leap year, so there was 53. However, we made a commitment to release a song a week, and of course, COVID hit. I was nervous. Like, do we stop? What do we do here? But like I said, we decided to continue to keep going with the people. We played it off of a deck of cards. So there's 52 cards in the deck, and in the music industry, we do things quarterly. So it's 4 quarters, just like there's 4 suits in a card deck. You got spades, hearts, clubs, and diamonds. So we knew it was going to be a lot of music to digest. At the end of each quarter, we took each single release and compiled them into compilations. So the first quarter was the heart, the second was the spades, clubs, and diamonds, so forth and so on, man. So yeah, 52 songs last year.
Sounds good, my friend. Where can we get the music?
Everywhere. Wherever you stream music on, you can find Josh Waters, man. Just search the name.
For Erlanger nurse Lauren Crow, it's a long-awaited sense of relief to see less hospitalizations. But with the Delta variant still taking its toll on hospitals, Crow says healthcare staff are still exhausted after dealing with the surge for weeks. With cases decreasing in Hamilton County the last month, it's a sign of hope for nurses like Lauren Crow.
It gives us a little bit more appreciation and a little bit more relief that society cares about us.
A month ago, we spoke with Crow at the height of the Delta surge. She says it's rewarding to see vaccinations increase.
We're seeing, you know, repercussions and rewards, I guess, of people actually getting the vaccine and listening to the education and taking this very seriously.
For Crow, COVID-19 hospitalizations are still higher than average on her floor, but
it makes it easier to go into your job to see that, okay, maybe I'll only see 2 COVID patients today instead of 6 COVID patients today.
In a briefing today, Dr. Lisa Piercy said the surge is on the downside.
We had some really good uptake over the first few weeks of the surge, and so we'll see those people come back for second doses. And I will still see some continued momentum, but we are down from where we were the last 2 or 3 weeks.
According to Erlanger hospitalist Dr. Jensen Hyde, cases have decreased 50% in the last month.
Which, by those standards, is not good, but is much better than where we were at the peak.
But she says now is the time to spark action to get more vaccinated.
From a community level, it's hard to really spark action when the cases are low.
With Hamilton County seeing positive results, Crow says staff are still exhausted weeks after the height of the surge.
We're happy that the numbers are going down, but I think it's just hard. It's just a hard profession to be in right now.
Dr. Hyde says Hamilton County topped out the surge with 125 cases per 100,000 people, and now it's down to 45 per 100,000.
The Tennessee Valley Heart Walk, and joining us right now is Kim O'Neill with the American Heart Association. Good morning.
Good morning, Greg. Thanks for having me.
Glad to talk to you this morning. You know what? It seems like we've been talking about this for weeks and it was coming, and I can't believe it's just days away. I know you guys are excited.
Yes, it really crept up on this year. So this Saturday, October 2nd, from 9 to 11 a.m., we are having our American Heart Association Heart Walk.
You know, the really cool thing about this walk this year, normally because of, everything with COVID-19, we have to adjust and change. So tell us about how it's going to be really unique this year.
Sure. So this year, we really have 4 options for all of our participants. So the first is going to be the option to walk wherever you are. And we're encouraging anyone who's walking wherever they are to post on our Facebook page, so at AHA Tennessee. And then our other 3 options are going to be in-person pop-up start lines. So we're going to be at Vandergrift Park over in Hickson. We'll be at Enterprise South Nature Park by Volkswagen, and we'll be at the Sculpture Fields downtown. So between 9 and 11 at these times, we're encouraging everyone to come. We'll have fun scavenger hunts, heart-healthy messaging, ways to honor our loved ones and our survivors and celebrate our community.
Speaking of the survivors, you're going to honor them in a big way.
Yes, absolutely. So at every location, we're going to have a shorter route for our survivors, as well as honorable ball caps, capes for our kids, and tons of ways to honor our loved ones.
When you think about the American Heart Association, a big part of this is fundraising to help with so many things that you guys do. For the money that is raised, how will it help the people across this, not just Chattanooga, but across Tennessee and across the country?
Yes. So all of the fundraising dollars that we raise throughout the Heart Walk go directly back into our community and into our state as well, as you think about CPR and advocacy, all of those things that we're doing here.
And if people want to sign up, how can they do so? Is it too late?
It is not too late. So they can go to www.chattanoogaheartwalk.org.
We've all experienced it, that loud, piercing, deafening sound of a smoke detector, but Consumer Report says resist the urge to take down your alarm or remove its batteries.
Always assume there's a fire. When you've determined that it's safe, then you can get to the root cause. Some of the things that will cause an alarm to go off are dying batteries, steam from a shower, dust, or even spiders inside the alarm.
Let's start the fixes with an easy one, the battery. Replace it every 6 months. If it's sealed in the unit, replace the unit every 10 years. To reduce other alarm triggers, it helps to understand how detectors really work. There are 2 main types of detectors, photoelectric and ionization.
Photoelectric alarms respond to particles in air created by smoldering fires or steam showers. They're less prone to false alarms caused by cooking, so consider them for areas near kitchens.
Ionization alarms, on the other hand, are triggered by the small particles given off by an open flame, so an active kitchen will often produce false alarms. They're better installed near steaming bathrooms. For the best protection, Consumer Reports recommends dual sensor alarms, which use both types of technology or a combination of photoelectric and ionization alarms throughout your home. Consumer Reports recommends this First Alert 3120B or this KID P12010. And Consumer Reports also says don't install smoke alarms in your windows, doors, or even ducts where drafts may interfere with their operation. And don't forget about your basement. Place a smoke detector on the ceiling at the bottom of the stairs leading to the next level.